morning everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. This is Yuenike from Chayatsuji Kimono, and for today I wanted to do a Otaiko musubi tutorial, which is Otaiko knot, which is a drum-shaped knot, and I wanted to do it with a Fukuro obi, which is a semi-formal to formal obi. And usually I would do it in the back, but for this tutorial I'll be putting it in front. Now, what you will be needing for this tutorial is, of course, the obi, a himo, depending on whether you use one of these, which is an obi clip, you might need two of these. Obi makara, or a small pillow that will go into the obi. This is obi-ita. It will be put inside of the layers in front, so that it makes it more nice and neat look when you're finished. Obi-age, which is a small sash that will cover up the pillow that we'll be using. And finally, the obi-shime, which is a cord that will help to keep shape. So with no further ado, let's go. So here we have the obi. Now you have two sides. And you want to take the one which has an unpatterned part of it. It's quite soft as well. This we'll put in half. And you lay it over your shoulder. Put your hand here. Make a triangle. And now, let's turn. One. And two. You do want to sort of grab the most under layer and then tighten. You will leave this just hanging down. Now this is where you kind of get to choose. Either you tie it in a regular knot, use a himo like this, then you will have the bigger part. Make sure like this, so it kind of turns up, and then grab the himo and go like this. See? As for me, I prefer to use an obi clip, so that is what we're using for now. That's the first part. Now we're going to make all this into a knot. Just making sure it's more neat. Then take your waka and I kind of want to make an even shape. I'm putting this underneath. Making sure this is all nice and straight. And then if you have a knot, you can put it on top. And just like me, I've kind of have a platform here. And this is where I'll be putting on the makara. Then grab the strings and tie them. So that's the first part. Now you still have all this left. And that is the part where the himo comes in place. Grab the end. And place it against you. Now this part, it is going to be the tail part of the otaiko section, the part that will be sticking out. Now it should be as long as your index finger. For me that's here. And making sure it aligns with this part. Then take your himo and tie it just for now. Okay, but then there's still much fabric left. And this part is going to be kind of a hassle. What you want to do is first make this kind of movement. Just bring your white hand inwards. And hold it and just pull the remaining fabric in. Don't worry, we're going to fix it later on. And then feel it where it should be. Put your hands in there again so not to lose it. Untie the himo. Make sure you don't lose your grip, otherwise you can start over again. Trust me, that happens too often to me. And then you go inside the otaiko. Then just tie it again. This time do tie it tightly so that it won't lose shape. And now we're going to fix on this part, just to show from the side. Now you have all kinds of remaining fabric here, so you need to kind of make to smooth it out. There you go. And it might fill up the entire otaiko, so what you do now is just fold it in again. There you can see the makura. Then take your part that was on your shoulder. I'm going to move it in the otaiko knots. There, you can see it sticking out. What you want to do now is move it. Always go to the right. If you don't, you're going to mess up the colors. So I grab my one hand here, the other one here, and then just retie your makura if it became loose. I just bend forward, it's more easy, as it will be staying on top of me. Then tuck the ends of the cord in. Check for your otaiko shape, should be alright. And then your obi-ita goes in the front. Okay, nice and neat. take your obi-tying and tie it. Now I do have an in-depth tutorial on how to tie obi-tying, so I'll just do it quickly here. Now you can untie the hem. Straightening up everything. Now if you want to make sure that your Otaiko is put, just wiggle. And if it doesn't lose shape, then you're all set. And then finally, the obi-tying, which goes on top of the pillow. Again, I've already have an in-depth tutorial about this, so I'm gonna do it slowly here. Make sure everything is all right. And there you go. So there you go. This is basically how you tie a single layer Otaiko musubi or drum shaped knot in the front, and then can move it to the back where it belongs. Now you usually would tie your obi straight in the back, but either some cannot do it, which means either restriction, parts of the body that won't cooperate just as well, especially for the somewhat older ladies, which can have some kind of difficulty with tying obi, or if you're still somewhat inexperienced, and especially at the beginning I did tie it on my belly as well. Later on, when I received that obi clip, well, bought, I started tying my obi in the back, so it's totally okay if you do it. Just make sure it does end up in the back where it belongs. Now there are a couple of more ways that you need to do an Otaiko with, especially Nagoya obi, which are less formal and have less fabric, so it's more easy. Or a double layer Otaiko knot, which is also tied with a Fukuro obi, same kind of as I'm wearing now. So let me know if you want to see those as well. For now, yeah, we're all done. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.